Hey guys, well, we're gonna have a short little video today on the L9000 because I spent my weekend working on trailers. We'll get a video out on that here in a few days for you, but we got some minor stuff to do, so let's get this thing fired up. She sure does fire up nice. So I have decided I'm going to pull this winch and sell it one way or the other. So it should be fairly straightforward. I'm not going to take off all of the structure today because it's actually tied into the tank straps, which are going to come off in a few weeks. So for today we've got a total of 8 bolts, 2 at each corner that we're going to try and pull. We got to get this chain off, straighten those 2 shafts up, and then the 8 bolts, and be able to lift her off with the skid steer and get rid of it. So that's project. There she is. That's off. What this is going to allow me to do too is once I do pull this whole assembly, when I pull the tanks and everything, I'm actually going to get rid of this whole, if you remember, this bracket is acting as a carrier bearing bracket, and it's pretty crusty down there anyway, so I'll just make myself a new simple bracket that'll bolt onto the frame there. It doesn't have to be anything spectacular, some tube or some I-beam, and clean that up and get this off the top of the frame. So now we've got nice, clean, smooth frame rails, which is what I was looking for, and I got a nice open space to build my stack mounts off of. So, and this thing is going to be for sale. All right, so here's the last thing I'm going to do to the old L9000 this weekend, and that is make a plan for this front air ride. So what we've got is I picked up the bags. So there's some guys on YouTube who've done this, and this is when they're doing their own kits, this is generally the bag that they're using, is what I'm finding. It's also I think the bag that's used in a lot of the kits you can buy. So the reason it's preferable is because, as you can see, collapsed height is like, I mean, that's not with pressure on it, collapsed height is like 4 inches. So that's good for a front end like this where we don't have a ton of clearance. You know, right now, as it sits, to the top of the spring to bottom of the frame is about 9. Oh, you can't see that. It's about 9.5. So we're going to remove 1, 2, 3 of these leaves and only keep this top main leaf. We'll obviously put our wedges, shims, and everything back in there to keep the camber right and the caster. But regardless, those are going to come out. So, you know, that's going to be our max. So, you know, we want, and obviously we're going to use this bracket that comes with it and drill some holes in the frame and mount that right to it. And then we'll have our single bottom mount. So what I've got to figure out right now is what kind of what we're gonna do is do away with this top, whatever you want to call that, U-bolt mount. I don't know. That's gonna go away. We're gonna get new U-joints. We're gonna get new U-bolts, and we're gonna do the flat top style versus that half round, so that we can do a 1/2 inch plate right here. So what I've got to do right now is come up with what size 1/2 inch plate I need that will allow me to create a recess with a stud mount for this guy, and also figure in something where I can mount a shock, which will be obviously a different shock. You know, actually, I don't need to incorporate the shock. I don't think. If I can get this bag to clear the shock, I'll use this mount right here, and we'll just potentially, these need to be replaced anyway, but we'll just go to a different shock that's a little bit shorter. So we'll see about that. Anyway, so I've got my calipers, and I've got a tape measure and some paper, and I'm gonna do some designing here. So again, guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Appreciate all the likes and subscribers and all that good stuff. It's cool to know that other people are into the same kind of thing I am. So thank you so much. Very much appreciated, and hope you guys have a great week. Thanks.